Alrighty, welcome back. We're at the Ace of Shades booth in California at the Grand National Rotor Show. And the reason I'm standing in this booth is because my good friend Alex Gambino asked us to come over. The first year that we're here was last year. And then we met Mike and Craig at the booth, and they're talking about paint. So basically, Mike said that he would give us some paint to paint the Volvo. And what I was thinking is that better than that, I would ask if Mike and Alex and Craig and Craig would be interested in coming to Nova Scotia to paint the car, to promote the paint for themselves. And basically what's going on is we're here today, and
especially if it was around the time.
Hey Chad, you said there was like 5 other cars you wanted us to paint besides just that one with the other stuff you've been using, so
there could be.
I might be here for a while. All I need is a sleeping bag and some chicken and eggs, and wait a while, and I'm good to go.
I heard
That's
he's
right.
got an Airbnb. We might
And
be able to
cigars.
crash.
yeah, a couple cigars, right?
So basically, we're in the booth right at the present moment. I'm going to let Mike take over what's going on, his paint, and that sort of stuff, and then we're going to try to collaborate in the end to get the Volvo painted. But Mike is going to go for it.
Yeah, so what we got is we got a full custom line, solid bases, metallic bases, fine metallic bases, candy bases, true candies, candy drops, which is our intensifiers, neons. We got the whole line head to toe, primers and clears. So as we met Chad last year, we hit it off. Good people. We love seeing them around. We all watch his shows. They're fantastic people. And Jolene as well. And we kind of talked it out, and we're like, how can we make something like this work? Because we all kind of came really friendly with each other, and we have the same goals and ideas. And so he called me and said, you know what, we got something cool. So as he was speaking of, so we're going to try to really figure out and nail down what we're going to do. We don't know what direction we're going to go with it. I think we're just going to find a direction and run with it.
Basically, to me, if we do a good job on the Volvo, you guys can do a good job painting it, and I would allow you guys to paint it any color you want, or do anything you want to it, because it really doesn't matter as long as it looks good.
When I seen the car, but I'm a little bit biased. What I seen is something maybe even with some subtle fades because of the body line.
Yes.
Something on the lines of Gene Winfield, but not banging like Gene, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just to bring out, enhance.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Alex has a car on the cover of Rotter's Journal. It was a 1960 Ford, was it not?
Starliner.
Starliner. That one right there, actually. And it was actually
This one.
It was actually it was a very stunning looking car, and that's why it made the cover of Rotter's Journal. So Alex is no, what can I say, no slouch to paintwork, obviously. And you guys been doing paintwork all your life.
Yeah, a long time. So, you know, we are a newer company, but we've all been in the industry from custom painting ourselves, which I've done for decades, to being in the manufacturing world, to now having our own thing. So we're not new to custom paint, we're a new custom paint line.
But what our goal? Even a subtle Watson style would work on that car.
Well, the nice thing about the way we designed this paint line is it's user-friendly.
Yep.
And it's cost-effective.
Yep.
Yes.
So you got a high-quality product that's user-friendly. A lot of people are afraid of custom paint because of the intricacies of spraying it. We've tried to make it as easy as possible, and this product is very user-friendly.
User-friendly.
And that's what I did, trying to formulate things. You know, from being in the industry a long time, again, custom painting, being in the manufacturing side, going out on the field and listening to all the custom painters and what their woes were, what they liked, I always put that into my head, and I said, you know, I think I could nail it to where it's, no matter if you're a beginner or you're fully seasoned, I want it to perform the same throughout the process. So that's what I really try to do with the Ace of Shades, and it's been working. We've had nothing but positive feedback from all the people that have tried it. So we're always looking for growth. You know, we're not claiming to be the best paint.
We will after this one.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I was going to go. But you know what? There's always room to improve. But I think we are a very solid brand, and we're very competitive price-wise. And again, it's a buy custom for custom is our motto. We're custom painters for the custom painters. Whether it be price, whether it be colors, whether it be matching, you know, because again, we're doing small batch stuff, so we're able to do controls because we do standard sprayouts for every batch.
The same passion.
Exactly.
Our goal was to be a small company that provided products to our world, our industry, the custom world, and you know, we're all painters.
Yeah, and again, excuse me, whether you're in the backyard, the garage, or a full downdraft spray booth. You know, we want this to be as easy as sprayable for everybody in that downdraft.
So that's basically the reason that we wanted to team up with you guys, because I have not sprayed a whole bunch of
Right, and that's
custom
what we
paint.
discussed. Yeah.
And also, if we do videos on it, then everybody can see how easy it can be, and you can explain it to everybody what's going on,
Sure.
what temperature you would like the paint room to be at,
Yep.
you know, how far away you want to shoot from the gun, from the car.
Well, not only that, it's going to be real time.
Yes.
You know, it's not fluff. You know, we're going to show you, hey, if there is some type of imperfection, you know what, this is how easy it is to wet sand it down and blend it in, or what it may be, if anything like that occurs. We want to show the realness of custom painting instead of going, oh, here's the finished product. Because again, when you're painting or when you're building, whatever you're doing, it's not going to be perfect out of the gate. You're lucky to go, yep, you know, that looks good, it's ready to go. But, you know, a lot of cars, even like at this show, you know how many times they must have sanded and fixed and blended and redo things? I mean, there's many people that I've talked to that say, man, if you knew how long it took me to get this. No, I know, you know, so we want to show all the realness.
And again, the beauty of it is, whether you're in a homemade makeshift booth or a downdraft booth, whether you use a Harbor Freight or Princess Auto gun or a premium gun, whether your skill level as a painter is a 3 or a 10, you're going to get good results with this because it's designed to be user-friendly. And again, emphasizing quality. There's some cars in here that are painted in our product that are top level. So anybody can really use it as long as you have the basic technique down.
Yep.
I'm interested in learning, basically. And as I'm learning, I'm hoping that everybody that's watching can learn also.
Sure.
And you're going to learn from people that have been in the sport probably forever. I don't know how long you've been in it, Alex.
All my life, minus a little period of time.
Where was you at?
Just on vacation.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
He's on vacation.
No,
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since 1985.
And how long have you been?
1978.
Well, there you go.
I've been doing it since,
Few years.
how old was it, 14? I'm like about 40-something years.
Yeah.
Well, there you
Or
go.
that.
That's how much experience that you'll have when we get together and do this. And I'm excited because we're going to get a Volvo painted for that much. And to be honest with you, and to have someone, Ace of Shades, a paint company, to come to our house and paint in our conditions to show you how easy it is, I think it's going to be amazing, because I don't know of any other company would put themselves out there like Ace of Shades will. And reason being I'm saying that is because they want their company to grow like anybody other company.
We want the product in Canada.
Yeah.
We know a lot of great guys that build cars in Canada and bikes
And we know your reach is all over worldwide. We have a distributor in Australia, and they're followers of you as well.
Yeah.
And they're excited when we had talked about the concept. They're excited to see it over there as well. So this is going to be far-reaching and hopefully informational, so people won't be afraid to try it.
Yeah.
It's really not that tough.
Yeah, the goal is just quality, ease of spray. Hey, we all reasonable cost, and hey, you know what? If I have to repair
guys to do something that they think they can't. That's
Exactly.
really the whole
100%.
goal of all of this. And like I tell him all the time, that if you inspired one guy to get off his butt and really believe in himself and that he can achieve something, you've done your job. You don't need the fancy tools and equipment. You just have to have the ambition and want to do it.
And the
just like you
passion.
said, Alex.
The
That's
will
how
and the want.
custom started. It didn't start at some big place that had all these tools and it was pure surgery. It was, hey, I'm going to show you what I could do and check this out.
Why
As Chad would say, the will and the want to do it, and the passion for it.
Well, that's kind of the thing Gene's always preached. So what I love about him is if they don't have it, they make it.
Right, that's
Figure
exactly
it out.
right.
If they don't have the tool, they figure out a tool to be able to make it work.
Basics of hot rodding and custom.
And it's the same thing with color. Intermix and create your own thing, you know. So we're just giving you a palette.
So
all this stuff's intermixable.
You know how to mix this shit and everything, obviously. Like you're like
He made the colors.
You made the colors.
He made the colors.
There you go. Can you want to take a look at some of the colors? Go back there and show some of the colors. You made all these colors.
Yes. From scratch.
That's amazing.
You know, we didn't take other products of people's and start blending and be manufacturers. We actually blend this from the ground up, from all the resins, the solvents, and pigments, and pearls, and
See, I know nothing,
dyes
nothing
and everything.
about this.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, for me to learn, you know,
Sure.
how this goes, it'd be amazing. You know, I'm willing to learn. and I'm hoping everybody else that's watching would be willing to learn.
Yep.
There's some amazing colors here.
Every day is a school day.
100%.
I've heard that before.
Yes. Every
Yeah.
day is a school.
Yeah, and we're all the teachers teaching ourselves.
So you have cars in this show that's
Yeah.
with your gear.
Yeah. In fact, we have one. If anybody saw, we have the Willies that did really well at
SEMA
SEMA.
was a
Got
top
top four in their build there.
Wow.
We got the Tweety Pie here. We got Ryan's Rod Service. He wanted to do something with our brand.
Knievel van right
The Evil
behind
Knievel van over here. Jeff Styles. You know, last year at this show when we met you, he and I talked about it. I said, "You're dressed up as Evil Knievel every year for SEMA, and here you got to do a van Evil." So we collaborated with him on that, and he pulled it up. I mean, fantastic job.
Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. So it's been really fun.
So this is your stuff here?
Yes. So we made this special blue. I call it Stylin' Red. This is our suede blue. This is our soap suds white with our pop rocks, which is an ice pearlish. To get a little more depth out of it, our flakes. Rhino did all of the artwork for the Evil Knievel.
And Rhino is the painter from...
He is from Trick My Truck.
And West Coast Customs.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff
So
with...
he would be a TV personality
he would,
that
yes,
a lot of
sir.
people would know. He was
Yes, 7 seasons, as he would say.
he was also on Car Warriors.
Car Warriors. I worked with him on Car Warriors
Okay.
when I back in the day. You know, they did the Luminor, so the number 1 lights up, as you can see. There's Jeff there. You know, he's got his pants on, ready to do a jump.
Okay.
But
So
we had a good time with
you
this.
also have the ability to light up, paint what's going on there, or what?
Yeah, that not with us. That's a special process.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's its own product that you can do paint over.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of cool creative things, but you know, our passion and my passion's always been color and paint. You know, I was an artist as a kid, so I taught myself how to paint. I did really well when I had my own shop, and I was lucky enough to get hired by a company that is one of the big major custom paint brands that I love. But time moves on, and you got to do your thing.
Can we come? Let's go take a look at this thing over here. This flying saucer.
Oh, our friend Murray.
So this
Oh,
little
yeah.
thing here they've made. When I first came seeing them, they had a bunch of helmets that you had painted.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But he has made this.
This is Murray, our Ace Invader. I want to do something creative for SEMA, and we have a lot of ideas that we're going to do some new things with, but I think our first and foremost was the spaceship, because it was the easiest thing that we thought. So again, you know,
Just go through the process.
Sure.
Tell them how you bad chatted this thing.
I bad chatted this like you wouldn't believe. So we got a fire pit, took the bottom of the fire pit, and like, okay, that's a
Underneath
great
here?
start.
That's the fire pit.
That's the fire pit. And then we took this kind of like meshy chicken wire stuff and formed it to here, bolted it down, and then Jeremy, being the stud he is, he did all the fiberglass work on it. And then we have a great guy that works with us named Phil Clark. He did all the body work, and he spent a lot of hours on it trying to get it as smooth as possible. And then I got the fun part. You know, I got to come in and paint it. You know, Phil actually painted the silver. I don't want to give him bad credit on that. And then I did all the graphics. And then what we did is we just cut the hole, and you know, it's always during like Halloween. So I was like, okay, I'm going to find a skeleton head. So I did that, and then Jeremy bought this mold for Jello for a brain and started spraying the spray foam in there. Didn't work out that well. I threw it in the trash. Jeremy pulled it up the next day, pulled it up. I'm like, hey, you know what? I could kind of work with that. So I took our neon, started spraying it, found some rubber eyeballs. The eyeballs light up. We got a little cool thing here for the little cape. And then I was like, man, I really want shag carpet. Couldn't find any. So Craig and I were at Walmart, and we found some leg warmers from the 80s. So we did that, and that's how we did that. And then we got this bubble that I'm not going to talk about too much because I might get in trouble.
But Chad can make us. You can teach us.
He
how to-
taught me how to make this bubble. Thank you, Chad.
I just, you can do it.
Okay, I found this at a pet store, and that's as far as it goes.
Right. in the base.
And the base is our shop fan, 36-inch fan base. So we did that. So you know what? You make things work with what you have.
Yes,
and it's the same thing with custom paint.
And you have people wanting to buy these things.
We have people wanting to buy these from us. So we might start making them. We might start seeing them for sale.
And
And Chad, you might even get one.
that just shows how creative they're willing to be to go forward. And that says a
Well,
lot
and that's
about
the thing.
someone.
You
Yeah.
have if you're gonna talk about it, you got to walk it, right? So we do everything just like everybody else.
I also enjoy their logo, like the Ace of Shades. I like how you've got that.
Yeah,
I
that
like
was
That's
fun.
cool.
You know, Ace of Shades. We're big fans of Motorhead, and Lemmy had, you know, Ace of Spades, and we were thinking, oh my God, Ace of Shades, what a killer fit. You know, we even have a root beer that's named after him, Lord Lemmy Root Beer. So a lot of
He
fun
drinks
stuff.
Jack and Coke, so instead of root beer, it's Lord Lemmy's.
Lord Lemmy, you know, our blue, instead of cobalt blue, it's Motley blue, right? Yeah, there you go. So a lot of fun stuff.
We named the company at the Rainbow in Hollywood just to
Yeah, we were
keep-
sitting down at the
keep
Rainbow.
rock.
And we're like, it's rock and roll, brother.
Right on. Another thing I wanted to mention, you are also, you designed the logo for Fox Gear?
Yeah, I helped out a lot with Fox. I worked there for a lot of years. Did a lot of
What is
cool
Fox?
designs. Fox is a motocross gear company.
Just to give you a little background about.
Yeah, I worked there for a long time, and you know they really helped me out. I got to give them kudos. They really helped me out when I was helmet painting, and I was young, and I was working there. And you know, Pete Fox, who's one of the family members, is Jeff and Greg, and their brothers Scrap and Anna, really helped me out and would really push a lot of the riders towards me, believing in me that I did good work. So I did a lot of cool stuff for the motocross industry. Then I got really big in the BMX industry. So it was fun. You know, they really helped me out, and if it wasn't for guys like them, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at. You know, life is a journey, and you meet people for a reason, and all those things just fall into place. And you know, here we are. And I would have never have thought that I would have started a paint line ever.
Right.
You know,
It
so
just so
it's just all the
happened.
drive you have. You know, of course everything's a struggle, but you know what? It's only as good as you make it. So you know, and we appreciate you wanting to give us a chance and have fun with us. And
Well, I want to get my Volvo painted for.
I know that's the real reason. You know.
Well, I mean, let's face it. I mean, if you guys are willing to come in, like Alex has been a friend of mine for a few years now.
Yeah.
And for Alex.
And Alex has been a big supporter of ours from day one. You know, I got to give Alex props. You know, he's believed, and he's always calls me every day. You know, good morning, brother. You know, and just lifting up the light in my life for keeping this thing going.
He's a custom world guy.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's the true. He's the real deal. He's the real deal. You know, and even Gene. You know, Gene's been using our stuff, and it's cool that
I've
all
seen
your
a video
icons.
of Gene using.
Yeah,
this stuff.
recently.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So you know,
That's cool.
He's been really supportive. You know, I mean,
He
these guys can
supported
go
us
anywhere.
in our other life, in the old company that we were with, and
Yep.
he's carried that through because you know
And you've been selling paint for 40 years.
I've been involved in painting, manufacturing. Mike and I worked together at another company, and for I guess almost 45 years, something like that.
So he's the one who told me about painting a car. Like he's watched me paint a car in a video, panel to panel. And he says you walk the car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk.
Or
the
you
car
put on
like
your
that.
roller skates and you skate through
Yes,
it. You know,
yes.
you skateboard it.
Do you
Whatever.
walk the car? Or paint-
Absolutely.
You do?
Yeah, it's custom painting. You pretty much have to get it nice. And
You want to
even.
get to keep it even, you know, and that's the thing, especially with the
The other
transparency.
technique is kind of body shop technique. That's how they teach you to paint a car. I don't know why. You know, they got a certain.
I do
rotation
panel by panel, and I take that chance every time to get that run in between the fender and
Sure.
and the
Yeah.
door.
Sure.
But you walk the car.
Always.
You walk the car.
Yep.
Yep.
You walk the car.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn
Hey,
how to walk the
when
car.
we're there, you're going to walk the car with us.
Yes,
Walk the car.
Right on.
we're gonna walk the talk.
I'll do the chicken walk.
Yes.
There you go. I'll moonwalk. You know, so we're going to have fun.
And when,
it's going to be a good
Chad
time.
paints the next time, he won't have to be as nervous as
A grasshopper and chicken
in
house.
Chicken House. Correct.
That's right.
Oh, good
So
stuff.
it should be good. So I'm really hoping that it goes as I plan or hope to plan to get the car done and invite them up. We'll try to have it ready. So basically, it'll be just about the painting part.
Sure.
The painting part is the part.
They
that-
always say that. When we
paint-
get there and we're doing all the body work, we're doing all the sanding, we're doing all the priming.
I hope not. I don't
and,
wanna have-
and then they're like, hey, I gotta go grab something. I'll be back in a minute. And then 2-3 hours later, and we got it ready.
That'll be nice. But basically, that's what's going to happen with the Volvo. My good friend Chris is on the mechanics of it. Basically, I've taken some time and put the 34 together and got the roof going on that. I'm going to have to wait a little bit because Floyd's going to come in and put the covering on that. But when the Volvo comes back, we're going to put some Bondo on it, smooth it out, and then we're going to make a special time for the Ace Shades to come out and hammer down on it, put a paint job on it. And everybody will get to see the product in use in real time, and the experts can explain exactly what they think should be done.
Yep.
And if you do not like what they have done, you do it your way. But the paint will still be there for you to do whatever you think you need to do.
And that's the perfect line. Do it your way. This is just a palette.
Yeah.
This is all this is. Intermix, create your own thing. Send what you created to us, show us. Instagram it, you know? I mean, we're all about sharing it. It's a community, you know, and that's what it's all about. You learn who came up with what. Now, oh, I came up with flames. No, you didn't. You did this and you did your little twist on it. Oh, I did scallops. Okay. You know what? It's been going on. It's a rotation. We all learn from each other.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, or
Let's just go back over here.
Yeah.
So Joni can get the camera on the...
All right.
So this is what it's all about right here. That's what we're going to try to
The Ace
do.
of Shades. By custom for custom. And that's you.
Alrighty, we're at the number 4 building at the Grand National Rosier Show. The Divco truck is the very first time it's been out in public. Tom's sitting over there wondering if we're going to come over and see him or not. And the owner of the truck is there also. This is Saltworks Fab, where we did the where you had the 3D printer over there. We're just going to go over and talk to him for a minute and see how he feels about being here. Let's do it. Hey Tom, we're filming, just to let you know.
All right.
We're filming. Do you have a mic for Tom? Is this your first time here with something?
With something, yes.
With something?
It's been a dream of mine.
It's been a dream of his. I thought it might be.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel great. We're in building 4. It's the best building, and that was a dream, and it was available to me, and I took it. So.
And it was available. Why? Because they knew what you had.
No, I heard there was a spot available. I made a call. Kevin Doyle, who runs this, said he knew who I was somehow, and said he had a spot for me, so I took it. And now we have it going forward.
This man right here with the skinny jeans on, he's the owner. I had a good talk with him yesterday, and I quite enjoyed our conversation. It was funny. We had a lot of good laughs. How do you feel about your truck being here?
Well, I'm really excited about being here. It's the first time we've had it to any sizable show.
Yes.
And it's the first time I've ever seen it run. And
yes.
He's been working on it 4 years, but I've been working on it 10 years, so I'm ready.
He's ready, he says. It looks amazing. Actually, it looks better on the ground than it did when it was in the shop. Like, it really does. Like, it was in the shop, it was quite tall.
It's so big.
Yeah, it was so big, but it is a lot smaller than it did at the shop.
It's definitely nice to see it in a different setting.
And the first time you seen it, was Tom driving it?
No.
No, like going up the road.
I'm sorry. Well, first time I saw it when it was
running.
Mobile.
Basically. Mobile, yeah, absolutely. I saw. I was there to take a video, luckily.
Okay.
Because he went down the road this way and back this way, and he got on it, and that was it.
What's your plans for it?
Well, I think when it's finished, we're going to have to run it on the show circuit for 1.5 years because it needs to be seen.
It does.
And then I'd like to have it in my garage where I can enjoy it and drive it. I intend to drive it.
Yes.
But if it becomes an iconic vehicle in the hot rod world, it's possible I won't be able to drive it because I don't want to restore it.
Yes.
So we have to wait and see.
Right.
It also depends, I think, on whether we build another one.
That means good things for you, Tom.
Right.
I've heard quite a bit since I've been here about people wanting you to build panels for them to do certain things. I was talking to the man that was in here sitting beside me. He wants to make panels for a 36 Ford and that sort of stuff. Yeah. I'm not going to give out the information, but in all honesty, like, you have something going.
Yeah. We've got a ton of work building bodies for people that are big builders here. So it's going to be a good thing going forward.
So you might become the man.
Well, in that the manufacturer.
Well, I mean, let's face it. If you've got that gear, and people want that equipment to make them things, you're the man to come to.
Yeah, we want to provide the service to where they can build their cars a little bit faster, a lot faster, but also make more money on their cars, because we offer that service at a rate that is very affordable, and it works for everybody.
And you have a thing over there with a bunch of different vehicles over there, so you're actually thinking about growing this thing.
Well, we just thought about how useful it could be in other forms, and how cool it could be. Like a beer tanker is a great idea. I think it would be, and especially with the look it has now.
Do you drink?
No. Do you?
Not this year, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm taking a year off, and the reason being is I want this year to be different than last year. And the only way it's going to be different if I do something different.
There you go.
If I change a habit. And drinking is probably the easiest one I can change, I guess.
It's a good philosophy. Maybe following that philosophy, I should start drinking this year.
Maybe. You might spend more money. Right?
One thing I would like to say is that Tom has the ability to do upholstery, paint, metal shaping, and mechanical, so it's a one-stop shop.
Yes.
That makes it a lot nicer not having to ship it from one place and have it 6 months in another place when you don't know.
That makes a
how
lot
it's
of
being
sense.
treated and so on.
That makes a lot of
And
sense.
you can also, everything he's doing now, his painter is seeing now, so he knows what's coming, and he can basically work with him to make sure that the finishes, that everything's going to work when it goes to the body shop.
You want me to tell you what I'm really impressed with about the most?
But
Is that you guys been working on it this long and you're still friends. Like, I mean, in all honesty,
Oh, yeah.
like sometimes money changes things.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
just become better and better friends.
Yeah, I've worked for people before, and when the money went up, the friendship wasn't so great anymore sometimes, and it just became, to me, where it became where you always try to save money on the situation.
I'm glad you noticed that, because this has been a life experience for me. We've gotten closer through this. And this is one of the hardest things a builder has to do, I think, is work with a designer who isn't a designer, and somebody that Tom has to try to translate what I'm thinking into form.
Yes.
And work with me every day. So he doesn't really have the freedom to, work alone as he would. And
Yes.
we haven't changed a lot, which is fortunate, but
Yeah.
I think from my perspective, it's one of the hardest things a builder would have to face. Either he wants to do it himself, or
Yeah.
he wants a designer to tell him what to do, but he doesn't want somebody
Nobody
who
wants to be
has no
told what to do. Really,
Right.
like, sure,
Right.
nobody wants to be
Right.
told what to
Sure.
do, but in all honesty, you're building for him.
Right.
So you have to compromise
Correct.
about what has to be done.
Yeah, and you have to know when to push back and stand firm for what you think, because again, it's as much as it is his money, it's a representation of what
What
in
you
my
want to do,
business,
yes.
in my business. So we still have to have that level of workmanship.
Nobody
and
wants someone in
quality.
their business,
Right.
right?
And
But-
you have to add, Chad, that his birthday is one day before mine.
Oh, yeah.
So we're both Leos and very close Leos
Okay,
in terms of being compatible.
Right.
That can make for great friendships, can make for some great fights.
can I have your full name?
It's Peter W. Gulick.
Peter W.
Gulick.
Gooley?
Gulick.
Gulick.
Well, congratulations on being in Building 4.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. I appreciate you coming here with the truck. It looks awesome. Tom, you did a fabulous job getting here. 2 days, 2.5 days to get here.
2.5 days.
Drove straight through from Florida, trucked it here himself. How'd you get here?
I flew and I went to the wrong airport, but
You flew-
I
so,
could have driven here at almost the same time it took me to get from the airport.
oh wow, shitty.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that's cool.
Never again. Next year we'll be here with it finished,
Okay,
and
you have a color picked out
it's right there on the wheel stand.
right there on the wheel stand.
Right. It would need some light on it to look right because it's not that dark.
Okay.
but
Any offset color on that part there?
That'll be, it's a bright nickel on either side and then a bronze color through the center of it.
and
Well,
with a wood floor inside.
Will
And,
this thing be up for awards next year? Is there
Yes.
any class for
The
this thing?
Sloanaker.
A what?
Sloanaker in the other building
Okay.
next door.
And what's the Sloanaker?
That's their
Handmade?
top award over there.
Okay.
No, just like whatever.
Whatever.
It's not a roadster, so you can compete for Sloanaker.
Okay.
But that Sloanaker is probably the most
Prestigious award.
prestigious award in this industry.
And that must be a man that. Is it a man or?
Yeah.
That-
Yeah, I should know the whole story, but I
Not
can't.
yet. You haven't got the truck done
I
yet.
can't
Right? Then you'll
say
know.
it verbatim right now.
Right.
But yeah.
So Saltworks, Tom's the man, and Pete is the owner. Somehow they've managed to keep it together and be here.
All right.